Well, with the ease for working, I've just installed Bootstrap in our project. You can see that there, and the effect of Bootstrap is visible right here. Now, I have included the Bootstrap in our product.js, so you can see the Bootstrap class here. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to create multiple components, and we're going to collate them into the app. Now, a step by step. Now, in this video, what we are going to do is we're going to create two different components. One is the product, the other is the ad product. Now, when I click on add product, it's going to be visible in the product. Now, we're going to make this intercomponent communication to happen. Now, to do that, just again to ease work, I've just imported React and add product here. Now, let's go ahead and write the function add product, and it's going to be a function. Now, we're going to return a value. For the return, we're going to use a div, which will enclose everything that we require inside it. And we will export it. Export default. Add product. Now that should do the trick. Now add product, we're going to keep it pretty simple. We're going to have a label. And we will call this product name. And we will add a product price and the product ID as well. We have our product ID, name, product price, and product quantity. And to the div, we will add one more class name. Alrighty. Now we just need a button to complete our content. There we go. Now to add the product into app.js, we already know what to do. Now let's go ahead and do it. So we are going to call the add product. That should be an import, and we have done the trick. Now, if we view it, yes, we can see that we have the ID, name, and price and quantity, and we have the add product. Our aim is when we click on this, we should see the details getting populated here. Now, a few things are not new to you. We have done this already. That means when we add the product, we already know how to handle the trick. Just one more thing in the add product.css, we have to add the class name. It's going to be add product. And we just need the width and the height. There we go. So we could see the add product here, and we could, when I click on this button, I should be able to add the product. Now, a few of the things we already learned, which means on the button click. So how do we do that? We're going to say on click, and we are going to give an curly braces, which is going to handle the click event. We're going to call the method add product. Now that should be a variable inside of a function. Is equal to, and we are going to pick up the function, and we're going to call the check of the function. Let's check that happen. Now, yes, the function gets triggered. Now we need variables to handle all these into our product. Now to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to create an object. Now let's create the object. But the value is going to change as the value changes in our control. To do that, again, we are going to use a hook, a React hook. The hook that we are going to use is called UseState. I repeat, the hook that we are going to use is called the UseState. Now, let's see the functionality of the hook. Now, the hook has two parts. One is a part where it's going to be the value, which is going to be red. That's going to be my product. And the other is a value where we are going to get the value of the product and we're going to set it. So the set product is going to be a method. I'm going to call UseState. Now you can see that's an import from React. Now it takes a parameter of JSON. Now we could give an initial state for this parameter as well. Now in our case, we need the ID. So we give the ID. And I'm going to say the initial value of ID is 0. And then we need the name of the product. Initial value of the name is going to be empty. Now we're going to have the price, the product. Now the price, initial price is going to be 0. And then we require the quantity of the product. Now the quantity of the product is again going to be 0. Now we have created the product in our code. Now, how do we associate this with this? That's what we're going to see right now. We have seen the action already. Now we're going to see how to set the value. For that, we're going to use again an event that's called onChange. OnChange, instead of writing a method and calling the method here, we're going to just call the method right here. And we're going to execute it here as well. Now let's console log, check the working. Let's see if it does work. For that, we're going to go to inspect elements. The F12 editor, we're going to go to the console. Let's go ahead and key in something in the ID. Now you can see the event getting triggered right here. Great. Now we need to fix it by providing the value of the content. For that, we're going to pick up the event, which is going to be the value. Now that will be the parameter which I require. Now for that, I require event dot target dot value. Now that should do the trick. And when I type in, it's going to be, you can see we are able to achieve the target. Now all we need to do is assign it to the variable right there. To do that, I am going to use again the method that's already provided here by the UseState hook. We're going to call the set product. Now the set product should also take the basic value of whatever is there for the rest of the content, which is going to be the product. And what is the parameter that we wish to change? That's going to be the ID. So only the ID. What is the value of the ID? ID value is event dot target dot value. Now that should bring the value of ID into the product. Now that's a set product what we have right here. Now we have set the value of the product that we have created. So we have created object and we are mutating the object with the value. Now we are also setting the value to the content. You can also assign it to the value of the content, which will set the value of the product. Now we have to do this for every single control and we should be able to export the value from this component. Alrighty, now that's done there. So when the button is clicked, this event is getting triggered. Now let's just console log the product that we have, which we use the UseState. So let's check it out. When we provide the value for all the parameters, now let's call the product ID 101, the name as pencil, the product price is 12, and the quantity in hand is 10, and hit add product. Well, it does show me an error. We'll fix that in a bit. Oops, that's a console.log, which I had to provide. Fixing that, let's clear this and call the add product. Now we should be able to see all the product details right here. Isn't that pretty cool?